When I was standing next to the beginning of the Via Dolorosa, the way of the misery, the way of the cross. From here, Jesus actually started his last way from the Praetorium, from the judgment place, from the Antonia to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, to the Golgotha, today to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. The Antonia was a fortress that King Herod built next to the Temple Mount, because from there he could see everything, and he was afraid that someone will do something bad to him. Then in that case he could control everyone, and we believe that Pontius Pilate actually stayed here, and here he judged Jesus. Sadly, the place is not owned by the church, it's actually owned by the Muslims. It's an elementary school now, La Moria. Then, although it's actually was taken, the judgment was there, and it's a school now. On Friday, when the children are not studying, the Catholics got a permit, and they're starting their Via Dolorosa procession from that school. Meanwhile, in the regular days, and not only, because if that's the first station of the cross, the second station of the cross is here. And today we are following the second station of the cross with the Jerusalem cross. That is EJ, your wife, bought it for you as a surprise. And we talked a lot about the prison of Jesus. Then if it was there, then you can understand the agony of Jesus. He didn't eat, he didn't drink. They found him guilty, although he didn't say that he is the king of the Jews. Now, to say that I am the king of the Jews in front of the Romans, this is a huge mistake. Mainly because they already crowned someone else as a king, and that was Herod and the family of Herod. Then in that case, they didn't crown Jesus. Here, in that place, there are two churches. There are modern churches built on ancient churches, and this is a beautiful Catholic center of the Franciscans. And let's go into one of those churches, and Betty, you must understand, just like St. Joseph Church, Nazareth wasn't open for me. They open it for you, and there's God here. I actually talked with him, and he decided to let us go in as well. And let's talk about what's happened here. He found guilty, and in that chapel, which is a Crusader chapel, and beautiful to see that Bertolucci, who renovated it later on, used the kind of the pillow arch, which you can find at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre as well, from the Crusader time. At 1838, that place became to be owned by the Franciscans. And in 1922, Bertolucci, which I love, Antonio Bertolucci, the architect, renovated and built the church according to the church that used to be here at the 12th century. I will read it for you from the Gospel of John 19 in English, and then later on in Hebrew. Then Pilate took Jesus and had him flogged. The soldiers twisted together a crown of thorn and put it on his head. They clothed him with a purple robe and went up to him again and again, saying, "Hail, King of the Jews!" And they slapped him in the face. And in Hebrew it sounds like that. אז לקח פילטוס את יהושע והלקה אותו. פילט, יהושע, Jesus, החיילים שמו על ראשו עטרת שקלעו מקוצים, טורן, והלבישו גלימת ארגמן, ניגשו אליו ואמרו, שלום לך מלך היהודים. Shalom, you know the word shalom, melech, king, Yehudim, This is a coronavirus advertising in Arabic. Then let's stop the video now, and you won't notice it, but you don't have to suffer. All right, it's not so loud. Then, and they sing, "Hail King!" Remember, King of the Jews there, and in Hebrew, "Shalom lecha melech haYehudim." Melech, it's king. Yehudim, Jews, and v'satru al panav. And they slapped him in the face. And now, let's follow the cross. And if you ask me, how should I bless your cross? Then you can enter to the description of that video and look for the link that's called Buy Me Coffee. All the information is there. And if you want, if you cannot find it, send me a message and I will send you the link. Let's go in. What's beautiful is to see, is the stained glasses. Here you can see Pontius Pilate washing his hands. Here you can see Jesus. And they're laughing at him. And here you can see Barabbas. You remember, I'm sure that you remember that Pontius Pilate gave them an option to choose. You can crucify him or him. Now Barabbas, it's an Hebrew name. I'm sure that some of you will be a little bit in shock when I will say that Barabbas, it's actually Bar Abba, and the meaning of in Aramaic. And the meaning of it is the son of the father. Sounds like the name of Jesus as well. Then, beautiful, isn't it? Look at the ceiling. And you can see the tone of the horn. From the outside, you can see the blood tears. From the inner part, you can see that his blossom, his flourish. He is the Son, the two natures of Jesus. Amazing virology, amazing. Such a small place, but unforgettable. EJ, this is your cross. Let's go to the other church here, and then we will continue. And again, I don't want to be dramatic like I was before. The church was open for us, EJ and Betty, for you, the one who's now watching my videos. And if you saw the video that I uploaded on the Via Dolorosa, I think last week, 2 weeks ago, then you can see that I actually couldn't enter. Now let's go to the second one. Let's hope that that church will be open. Following EJ and you. Beautiful to see the minaret and the Christian small tower of the church. The church is open, and I'm the only one here. Condemnation. It was built again, or rebuilt in 1904. And we are talking about Middle Ages or even Byzantine church. We don't know the name of the ancient church, but you will see some part of the floor, that for so many years we thought that it's from the time of Jesus. Then if the Praetorium, the judgment place, was there, today it's the school, the Muslim school, then maybe the soldiers were waiting for Jesus right here, and you will see why actually I'm talking about it. And when Pilate heard these words, he brought Jesus out and seated him in the judge bench in the place called the stone pavement, in Hebrew Gabbatha, stone pavement, Gabbatha, sorry. Then he handed him over to them to be crucified. So they took Jesus and carried the cross himself. They took Jesus and carried the cross himself. He went out of what he is called the place of the skull. In Hebrew, Golgotha. That's from the Gospel of John, 19, 13, and 16, and 17. In Hebrew, it sounds like that. כאשר שמע פילטוס את המילים האלו, הוציא את יהושע, ג'יזוס, יהושע, וישב על כס המשפט במקום מרוצף אבנים, הנקרא גבתא. Maybe we are here. אז מסר אותו להם צליבה, crucifixion. והוא נושא את צלבו, his cross, יצא אל המקום נקרא גולגותה. No, that's גולגותה. כלומר, מקום הגולגולת, and that's according to the Gospel of John, but in Hebrew it's הבשורה על פי יוחנן, John, יוחנן, י"ט, 19. And that, 13, 16, and 17. Kapellet ההרשעה, Chapel of Condemnation. And you can see the ancient floor. And I love that place. First of all, they kept the part of the original church. And this is dramatic. I mean, those two are dramatic. And first of all, EJ, I'm blessing it in the chapel. And you can see here, Jesus was taken out of the Praetorium, which is just behind it. And he already been dressed, and he's going to carry his cross now. And let's look at every inch of that agony. And you can see Jesus now carry his cross. And wait, it's not the end. It's not the end. Think about the mother. Think about Mary. It's not easy. It's not easy for her. Then look what John and Mary Magdalene are trying to do. They're trying to hide that sin from her. Beautiful. This is so dramatic moment. And if we talked about a place that soldiers were playing, waiting for Jesus to go out, then here it is. You see some Roman games. The soldiers used to play while they were waiting. Then for so many years we thought that it is from Jesus' time, sadly. Not sadly, but we actually realize, or most of the scholars believe that this is already from the 2nd century. From Adrian time. Let's take the cross of Ecce. They've been blessed here. You see the Gabbatha. Beautiful wooden doors. Amazing, isn't it? Then don't forget to please subscribe my channel. And if you do have some question to ask, please don't hesitate. I'm here for that. See you in my next video. Bye bye.